Guys, welcome to the first ever Bachelor Pad Beatdown. Wes is apparently in the middle of a cornfield, so bear with him and his connection. I want to start off tonight by saying, wow, I never realized how much a TV show could affect people, but there's a lot of disgruntled fans emailing me and freaking out over the show. Guys, it's just a TV show. It's Hollywood. Relax. Everything's pretty
Hollywood,
much fake.
lame.
Yeah. No, Natalie's on. Natalie,
hey.
welcome.
I didn't know that my audio was on. Whoops.
Tonight we got quite the list. We got Natalie, we got Kitten Tinley, we got Dave Good, we got Wes Hayden, we got Trista, we got Kovacs, we got Kapke, we got Juan Barbieri. Welcome, it's first time. A little round of applause for that guy. Marissa May, Craig Robinson, and our fashion expert, who I believe is still on if she didn't get kicked off, Possessionista. So I'm psyched to have everybody
Dave,
on.
cut!
Whoa.
No. What was that?
Who's yelling Dave's name in the background? Who has like their drunk friends in the room with them?
Can I see you guys?
Is that Stags?
Oh!
Who's on right now?
That's got to be Natalie.
Natalie, tell your drunk friends
It's
to go
me.
in the room.
It's not my drunk friends. It's on the Bachelor Pad.
Good.
My drunk friends in the background.
All right, we're going to start off the show as usual with Richard Matthews' Beatdown Countdown.
Probably my guy.
So let's run the clip.
What's up, everybody? Richard Matthew here with the first ever Bachelor Pad Beatdown Countdown. We all know the Bachelor Pad includes two parts of people's personalities, their real side and their fake side. And in honor of the second fake side of people, I'm counting down the top 3 sets of fake personalities of girls on the Bachelor Pad. Number 3. This dynamic duo got its start as a ballet dancer, then became a swimsuit model, and went on from there. She was featured on the first Bachelor Pad as well as the second Bachelor Pad. And that set belongs to Gia. Unfortunately, as you travel out from those, she only gets faker. This twosome came to you from the great state of Florida. She was a previous winner on The Bachelor and is now going to be seen on Bachelor Pad 2. Her boyfriend guards and protects her heart. Well, of course he does. Look what he has to go through to get to it. Anyway, this twosome belongs to none other than Vienna. And my number 1 fake set on this set of fakes belonged to this girl who did a shoot for Sports Illustrated during her season of The Bachelor. Tyler Vermette said God must have been in a waiting room when she was getting these, and I have to agree. These belong to Michelle. Usually I delete these photos off my computer after I film this little beatdown, but that one might have to stay on for a while. Anyway, back to the beatdown.
I love Richard Matthews.
That was good.
Good grief. He's awesome. All right, I'm going to go right into Wes on this since he's out in the middle of a field deer hunting right now. Wes, after seeing last night's show, what did you think of our little friend Rated R? Is he posing or is he frozen?
You've done that.
All right, now say that again.
Wes, what did you think of our little buddy Rated R since you're in the middle of a cornfield? Tell us your thoughts.
Liking his dinger. What do I think about Rated R?
Yeah.
I'm just, you know, I mean, I don't know. I think he's kind of a tool. I mean, I think he's being produced to be more of a kind of a numbnut than he really is. But I don't know the guy, you know. So I don't know. Seems like a numbnut to me.
Moving on, Dave Good. I'm sure you met this guy a time or two. What are your thoughts? I mean, is he just, like Wes is saying, is he being produced, or is he really as big of a D-bag as he seems to be on the show?
You know, I've hung out with him a bunch up in Canada. We did some book tour up there with Kim Kovacs night. He is a different kind of cat, you know, and he knows the system now. He's been there, done that, and I think he's just trying to make a name for himself, kind of like a Jake or, you know, anybody else that knows this. You could tell he's playing it up. Like, it didn't seem normal, and he's saying this and that to get a rise out of people. But it really backfired on him. You know, he's trying to play both sides, and that never works, especially on this show. So You know, I don't dislike the guy, but he did look like a complete douchebag on the show.
No doubt. Yeah, and guys, whoever's watching, keep in mind, you know, a lot of us might not know some of these people we're talking about, and that's how we're going to talk about them, is they're edited on the show. So keep that in mind. It's nothing personal. It's just how they're being edited on the show.
It's all personal for me, son.
Natalie, with that being said, have you met Rated R, and what do you think of the guy? Do you think he's just being produced, or is he really a tool?
No, I think he's producing, and like, honest to God, can you not hear me?
No, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me at least? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I think that Rated R. I met him in Vegas. I've met him a handful of times, but Dave and Kovacs and all them, you know, they said he gets along really well with girls, but he doesn't know how to hang with the guys. And I completely agree with that, because who goes on TV and says, "Hey, I'm Rated R, the star"? Like, are you freaking kidding me? What a nerd! Like, really? I'm Rated R, the reality star. Yeah, you're rated annoying. You're rated what the fuck? Oops,
all right.
I was gonna stop saying that.
Craig,
F word.
our Bachelor beatdown attorney, what are your thoughts? Is this guy guilty or innocent?
All right. Well, I mean, you just said, you know, it's about talking about people that you've seen them on TV. I got a chance to live with this guy for a fairly long time, and as some people know, I didn't really get along with him very well. I think he's actually what gives the show a bad name. Personalities like him, and I really think it's like people like him that know that they're going on to get fame. I mean, I think with every one of us, obviously you can't mind fame and you can't mind attention to be on the show, and for most of us, I think that's a part of the reason why we go on, but it's not everything. But I think with him, it's everything. That's the only reason that he is going on the show, and I think that he's. Whose dog
Tipton,
is
get your attack dog under control, for God's sakes.
What Natalie just said about him not hanging out with the guys, when we lived in the house with him, every single day, you know, all the guys would be up fairly early on The Bachelorette, and we'd be out by the pool, hanging out, drinking. He literally wouldn't come out of his bedroom until 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He'd do one little lap around, and then he'd go back up to the bedroom. He never chilled with anybody, and that was part of the reason why I disliked him so much, because he just wasn't one of the guys the whole time.
Yeah, he's a little weird like that.
Fair
for sure.
enough.
Well, when we
Nikki.
were in Vegas, instead of hanging out with the guys, he went shopping with me. Like, and he
True.
wasn't trying to get my pants. He just wanted to go shopping with me.
You just didn't know it.
He also has a cat. He also owns a cat.
Sick
That's
cat.
true. He posts
I was
pictures
a little-
all over his Facebooks, his little
cat?
cat. Yes.
I've never met the guy. I mean, he could be a totally nice guy, but the thing that threw me off was the spray tan that was dripping off his face and the tinfoil that he had on his Affliction shirt. I got confused.
That
with all that. It
was terrifying.
But in his defense, Affliction is just hitting Canada, so it's just now getting cool up there.
No way. It's never been a hit in Canada.
Do we
It's
have,
just not
do we
good
have,
enough.
It's awful.
do we have Possession East on here? Did she get kicked off?
No, I'm here, and I'm wondering that Natalie went shopping with him, and she didn't talk him out of the Ed Hardy shirts.
Again, that's just hitting Canada.
Dana, I literally went shopping. I questioned him. I said, "What are you wearing? You got this in front of me." And he's like, "Well, what's wrong with it?" And I tried to explain to him, and he just
so
doesn't
annoying.
get it.
He had Ed Hardy
It's like-
pants on our show. Ed Hardy pants. Dead serious.
You know, Carrie
Come
Fatman,
on.
the stylist, told me he used to have to turn Justin's shirts inside out because y'all weren't supposed to wear the labels.
Yeah, you can't have the logos.
So whenever he's wearing an inside-out shirt, it's because he's wearing a logo.
What's on your mind, Juan?
You guys got to take it easy. This poor guy got sent home the first night, and I don't know about you guys, but
And so did
that
you.
sucks. He's in the one and done club, is what I told him.
The one and done.
Who is that, Juan?
What's up, Wesley?
What's up, dude?
Welcome to the Beatdown.
Is that
Oh,
Wes,
man.
the Bucks?
Yeah, Wes is
You're-
in a
you're in-
cornfield deer hunting right now.
But
Oh, there he is.
Wes, say hello to everyone at home. Wes Hayden, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Where you at, Wes?
I've actually been putting up deer feeders all. I've been up deer feeders all day long and building a deer stand because I'm going to be killing some shit in about 3 months. So if anybody wants to come down here and grow hair ass, you know where to find me.
Tenley, your face
Wes,
is
you're the cutest. He really is. How cute he is.
All right. Moving on from Wes's animal cruelty, we're gonna go. We're gonna go over to Nikki. Nikki, love the hairdo, beautiful. What do you think of our little friend Justin Rated R? Is he really rated R or what?
Well, he's a tool. I met him in New York at the reunion, and he would, like Natalie said, he's nice girls, but he doesn't know how to speak to guys. And when he does, he's just so awkward and tries to, you know, play his character, which I think is just ridiculous. Like, I don't know what he did to his eyebrows, but he needs to stop. He kept, like, moving them around, and they're really hard. It's bizarre. It was so distracting, I couldn't watch him. So, I mean, he was nice to me, but he's got to let go of this whole rated R thing because rated R is just ridiculous.
Fair enough.
Did you notice in the caption they put the wrestler rather than Justin Rated R this time?
The wrestler?
They put the wrestler.
Yeah, he tweeted that the wrestling group was going to sue ABC if they used Rated R.
Okay.
That's
so crazy.
The amateur Canadian wrestling group is going to sue ABC.
I wrote that in my blog. I'm like, dude, I know they don't teach class in the AA wrestling series that you're in Canada, but come on, like, it's not like you're in the WWE, man. Come on, you're not fighting Hulk Hogan and Andre.
No lawyer's taking that case.
Does he even wrestle still? Wrestle?
That's what I wonder.
I told him in my blog that if he wants, I can hook him up with a pudding wrestling competition with Snooki from Jersey Shore. I would even get a ring name. You could call me Jazzy J. We'll get Snooki a screen name, but then I realized that Snooki doesn't even need a ring name, so we'll just go with Snooki. And I told him I'd hook him up, but he didn't reply. I told him to call me. Oh, well. All right, moving on. Marissa, what do you think? You love being tan? You love tan people? Is his spray tan a little too much or what?
Oh, no, it absolutely is. I mean, again, I don't know the guy, never met him, but I don't think you could look at that guy and take him seriously for 1 second. He was completely playing it up, completely trying to get the attention and quote-unquote steal the show. Didn't quite work being that he left night one, but I mean, even his leaving the rose ceremony antic, like, I mean, what was this guy
he snatches
doing?
the rose?
Yeah, like, really?
That was great.
Really? I mean,
that was the best part of him, was him leaving. That was hilarious. That was actually funny.
I can't believe that he was so surprised. Like, you can't do that. You can't talk in everyone's ear and then play both sides of the fence and expect people to want to keep you around.
Hold on, I have insider info.
All right, what is it?
There's insider info, and then there's ratting each other out, and people watch that. People talk. We all know that. You tell the girls one thing, the girls are going to tell the other, so what he did was just dumb. It's plain dumb. He should have remembered that from the first season.
That's what I said.
Natalie, what's your insider info?
Oh, it's worse, you guys. It's worse. Okay, so apparently, apparently when Rated R left, I heard this from, you know, producers, different kind of, he literally walked up to every girl and was like, you have big boobs, you're short, you're ugly, you're dumb, you're this. And he walked up to every guy and was like, you're a, I hate saying the word, but he said, you're a faggot, you're stupid, you're this. He was saying things like that were saying on television. Like, I guess his exit got to the point where a cast member went to the limo and opened the door and said, okay, scene over, like, you've proved your point, get out of here. Like,
who
it
was the
so
cast
bad.
member that did them? Because I'm going to high-five them via Twitter
I can't say it for You what?
I would like to high-five whoever the cast member was.
Well, I'll high-five him or her later.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. So I want to go back to Dana. Dana, other than Rated R's tinfoil shirt, what did you think of the guy?
Well, I think that he played both sides right out of the show. I mean, you guys talk a lot about the production and being produced, but I think he's a numbskull, and I think Karma's a bitch. I think he was horrible on Allie's season, and America wanted to see him go out in flames, and that's what happened. So speaking totally as like a fanboy viewer, I was thrilled to see him go and to make a fool all the way out to the limo.
Fair enough.
And don't you love that Casey got the last laugh?
Yeah, but no subtitles.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
So before I go to Tenley Kipton, I just want to say that if you're going to go on television and 15 million people are going to see you and you're going to act like a tool, you got to take the beat down like a big boy or a big girl. For instance, what's his face? William from last season went on TV, said the dumbest possible things you could ever say when trying to win a woman's heart. But look at him on Twitter. He knows that he was an idiot. He doesn't argue with anyone. He's like, I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot. Michelle Money, same thing. got a horrible edit, looked like a total kook, and it turns out she's one of the nicest girls ever. But she stuck around and proved herself. This guy acts like an idiot season after season, and then, like, yesterday threatened to, like, punch me in the face on Twitter. Call me, dude. I'll give you my address. What are we, in high school? Give me a break. In any event, Kipton, Tenley, what do you think?
Go for it, man.
I just think he's a little bit too much. Obviously, it was all for television. That's just his goal. That's what he came on to do. He came on to leave a mark and walk away. Couldn't handle any of the pressure. I don't know what to say. It's almost like the under your skin type of deal where you just don't even want to. I don't even want to give him the attention because that's what he came on for.
They
There's definitely
all came on for. Are you kidding me?
There's definitely a production element to it too, because like when he got out of the car, I thought he was reading a teleprompter. He's like, I had a girlfriend.
That's Stagliano in the background again. I got it.
Rated R was like, I had a girlfriend. So what? I got caught. It was like he was like reading a prompter. So I think there's definitely a production element to it, but I've never met the guy, and I can't say there's anything I like about him so far.
Fair enough. Wes, are you okay? You getting about to shoot something? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm here, dude. Can y'all see me still?
Yeah. Do we have Kovacs or Tristan with us yet? I know they were both logging on later. Either one of you guys on here? No. All right. We're gonna move on.
Really bad feedback.
Yeah. Who doesn't have headphones on right now? Who unplugged their headphones? Anyone? No. All right. That might have been Wes. Who knows? All right, moving on to our friend Jake Pavelka. I've met Jake in person.
Awesome.
Yeah,
He's
honestly,
awesome.
When he looked at Casey and shook his hand, oh hi, I remember you. What?
No, Sinsack. It was, oh yeah, I know you. Terrific.
Yeah.
This is just terrific.
Who does that? He's like that.
I'll tell you who does that.
I think my dog's choking over here. I think he's seriously like that toy robot that your mom bought you at Christmas that you would talk to and it would talk back to you, but it was very awkward, and its eyes lit up and its head spun around and stuff. Wes, you got to live with this guy for how long? Tell me in, I don't know, 30 seconds what you think of our friend Jake Pavelka.
Number one, I could bring Jake out here to the country and he could suck the nails out of this wood, I'm sure, if I was a betting man. So that ought to tell you something about the guy. He almost had me believing his bullshit. But, Jake's Jake. I mean, he needs to just come in touch with, the fact that he's a fag, and he needs to just own up to it and stop running around here bullshitting people. I mean, can I get an amen out there?
He was never into Vienna. I know that. Never.
I think.
What's that?
He was never into Vienna. I know that.
Yeah, no way. I think he went on, and I wrote this in my blog. I said, Jake, you should just tell people.
I think he was into me for sure.
Who isn't Wes?
You're a sexy bitch, Wes.
Nice.
You're a sexy bitch, Wes. No, but I told Jake, I said, people work in Hollywood for two reasons. One's to be famous, and two is to make money. Personally, I love money. I think if the guy just owned up to wanting to be famous, people would have a little bit more respect for him and realize that, oh, he's acting, he's an actor, that's what actors do, they fake stuff. But he continually comes on year after year acting like a robot, but still trying to be I'm the pilot from Texas, hey, hey, hey. And no one's buying that, you know what I mean? Like, get over it. Dave.
He's just a different guy. I mean, I know Jake. I'm buddies with him. He's like, you talk about how Rated R has a difficult time getting along with some guys. Jake he's a little bit different than a lot of us guys, I guess. And he's kind of figuring out things as he goes. I think he means well. The way he delivers things sometimes gets in question. But knowing the guy, he's not a malicious guy. He's not a bad guy. He's tough to digest.
That's bullshit.
He's just trying to figure out who he is.
If the motherfucker's 35 years old, he should know who he is. He's a clown.
Dude on the show.
No.
So obsessive.
The second day I met him, I knew that's exactly how he was, and I called it from then. I said he's going to end up stabbing somebody in the back because he's crazy. He's crazy. He's had a year to apologize to Vienna, And he waits until the perfect time. Now, I'm going to defend him, actually, at this point and give him some props. I've never seen anybody work the TV show like Jake does and use it to his advantage. It's really, really smart. It's really good. He's had how long to apologize to her and say the things he did. He waited until the perfect time to sit them down, to do this, so it was all on TV, so he could try and win back America's heart. And unfortunately, America, a lot of people out there are pretty gullible and pretty stupid, and they will buy into it. But those of us that know him, I mean, I don't care. You guys can say what you want to. It's all bullshit. I see right through it. Everybody who's in the house sees through it. And we can say the politically correct thing right here and be like, well, zippity-doo-dah, Jake's a nice guy. But he's not. He's a fucking clown.
No doubt that he not needs this show. He could have, I mean, a phone call or, some conversation before the show definitely makes sense. That's what I didn't get. That's why I said there's production value when Rated R showed up and said, so what, I got caught. I mean, that's production. When Chris says, why are you here, Jake? He goes, well, I need closure with Vienna. Come on, I mean,
come on.
You don't go back to Patty's
unsincere.
Coalition eye.
It's all unsincere. He's had plenty of time to do that. It's apology. He doesn't need to give Vienna and Casey his blessing. What the hell are they talking about? Well, I finally gave him my blessing. Bitch, you don't need your blessing. Don't even whoop the shit out of you right there. What are you talking about?
Well, he's there for the money like everybody else.
Jake won. You guys, Jake won. He wasn't there for the money.
Hey, can I say something?
He's there to be number two because he wanted to get redemption in his 65-year-old fan's eyes.
Agreed.
No, that's bullshit. Let me tell y'all something.
Wes, tell us.
What
do you think, Wes? What do you think?
Listen, guys, Jake went on that show for publicity only. Listen, Jake will go on Barney the fucking dinosaur if they ask him to come on there. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with winning money. I saw Jake on some VH1 How to Cook show. Okay.
I watched that.
All about. Yeah. Well. There you go.
But if he was on there for the money, he wouldn't have given the rose to Vienna. That's the stupidest play you can possibly do. If he was on there for the money, he wouldn't have done that. He's only on there for publicity. Now, I can't get mad at him for that. That's why I said I'd give the guy credit where credit is due. I got to give him credit. He's working. He's working.
Guaranteed he sat in a room with his PR team for a good week prior to going on there and talked about every possible scenario that they could possibly bring up and throw at him, and that's what was going down. So for all you ladies who was like, oh, Vienna sucks and Jake's awesome, it's not about who's better or who's worse. It's just about
Vienna's great.
Yeah, and whatever. But it's not that. The point about this is it's not about who's better, Jake or Vienna, or who's right, Jake or Vienna. The simple fact is he went on there simply to keep himself from looking like a wife beater from the last time. Bottom line. That's it. Simple as that.
Listen,
Craig.
if Jake was into guys, if he wasn't into guys, he would have chose Tenley.
Wait, what?
If Jake wasn't into guys, he would have chose Tenley.
Are you saying Vienna has a little Vienna down there?
I love Vienna to death, but his personality, I love Vienna. I think Jake likes to new with her, but like for his personality, the kind of girl that he would ideally want to end up with is not a Vienna. He's so fake. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Can we please go to the next subject? It bugs me.
Well, he definitely was on there for television. That's for sure.
Right. Thank you.
Obviously. Whatever.
What were you saying, Craig? Go ahead.
That first scene when he walked in reminded me of Animal House when they walk into the fraternity house, like the new pledges for the first time, and the guy walks up, he's like, "You guys playing cards?" And then they start talking about the weather. They're outside, and like Jake's like, "Yeah, it gets really cold at night, it gets really warm during the day." And, we've been a real hot streak out here lately. Jeez.
Thanks, buddy.
He looked like
then you hear someone say, "Who really talks about the weather?"
Yeah.
He looked like To Catch a Predator with that black hat on. You see that? Scared me to shitless. Keep away from the animals.
Marissa, what do you think of our boy Jake? Is he nuts or is he playing the game? What do you think?
Oh, he's totally playing the game. Again, another person I don't know, but you can see straight through it. It's Ryan to the millionth degree. It's over the top. And I mean, yeah, like everyone has said, if he was doing it for closure, wouldn't you have left right after you made your closure with Vienna? I mean, if he really did not care about the money, peace out after I make my closure with Vienna.
That's a good point.
Why make your closure with Vienna on TV? Why
do it at Starbucks.
Absolutely. No,
yeah,
absolutely.
do it at Starbucks.
Absolutely.
Totally.
But again, if he's
Because it would
really
benefit
there,
him.
if it's like, oh, she won't answer my calls. I don't want to do it in email. I want to do it in person. So I'm going to go on the show. Well, then do your closure. Why wouldn't you have just left right away?
Good
Why
point.
would you have bothered to, stay on? So, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's, again, about the attention. But it'll be interesting, regardless, to see kind of the whole dynamic between the three of them. After the hour of the first part of the show, I was done and over with hearing about Jake, Vienna, and Casey. So I hope they don't overkill it in the next episodes. I hope they just let it play out and don't over.
Well, it looks like they're gonna go to. Looks like they're gonna go to Stagliano, who's in the background there. Him and Holly's whole gig is what the previews are showing. So I honestly, I hope that they don't beat a dead horse. To be honest with you, I agree. All right, Dana, what do you think of Jake as a guy, and then what do you think of Jake as a fashion professional?
Oh.
You're gonna have a heyday with this one.
Jake is a guy. I mean, I think everybody's already said what I'm thinking. America's not that stupid, and we saw through it, or at least I saw through it. I think it was just really, you know what, I think like America loves to hate Vienna, but I left liking Vienna way more than I like Jake, so I think Jake's time is really limited, and I hope so. And as a fashion person, I mean, I don't know, I feel like Jake thinks he's a Ken doll, and he dresses that way, and he talks that way, and I don't know, under those clothes, I think he probably is a Ken doll. I don't know.
He has zero swag.
Jake anytime soon.
Juan, you got picked on a lot when you were on the show about being a guy's guy, etc., etc. Dave, good.
I didn't do that.
What do you think? What do you think of our boy Jake?
I was uncomfortable watching how Casey was towering over him. I never realized Jake was so tiny. I was afraid for his safety.
Jake's like 5'9" or 5'10". He's like my height.
No, I'm not knocking.
Oh no, he's short.
Vertically challenged, but when I first met Jake on the show, along with Kip and Wes and Dave, I kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt. I didn't think he was that bad, but then over time, he's on his fifth reality show with I think a sixth one on the way. It's kind of hard to argue. 7?
Yeah.
What's the 7th?
I don't know.
He's now a cooking expert. He's like a cooking expert now with Heidi Montag and her fake lips. It's awesome.
Oh, I've seen that
it's
show.
getting harder and harder to defend him if he keeps doing all these
You
shows.
want to eat those lips, don't you, Zimzak?
We're gonna train on those lips. Nikki.
Yeah, babe.
What do you think of Jake? Is he Jake the fake or is he Jake the hunk?
One, hunk is a word for 1980s. Two, Jake belongs in. He wears his button-downs tucked into his jeans with a belt. I mean, it's just, no. Second of all, he's totally fake. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he just oozes howdy-doody, super fake, over the top, not genuine whatsoever, and it literally felt like the Jake and Vienna show the entire time, having heard, the sides of Casey and Vienna and Jake. It was just ridiculous. You've got so many other people in the house that are genuine, like Graham, that are good people, good characters, that came on to benefit things they work for. And then you've got these people that are total fame whores that cannot get enough of the camera, cannot get enough in the magazines. The fact that, now you haven't seen Jake and Vienna in a couple of months, they're dying to get back on, so they're selling themselves out and selling out the people that love them, like Casey, out, and I think it's sick. So I hope Jake goes home really right away.
Nikki, it's funny you say that because I go to the same gym that Jake goes to, and I ran into him, and I was like, "Hey, Jake, what's up? How's it going?" Like, we've done several charities together, and he was like,
"Good time of day."
He goes, "How do I know you again?" I go, "Really?" I was like, "I've done 3 charities with you. I've seen you on 2 red carpets. I won Bachelor pad." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm kind of trying to distance myself
won
from that
Bachelor
whole
pad. He should
world."
know you and Dave more than anybody.
But the funny thing is he said he doesn't watch the show anymore. Yet he went right back on it.
The producers are not going to get rid of him. They're going to do everything they can to keep him on the show.
And let's talk about his style. I can't even look at his style. I couldn't tell you one thing he wore because I can't get past his staunch personality. I don't even know if that's a word, but I just said it. I'm going to own it. I've been drinking all day, so.
I bet he wears his underwear up over his belly button.
All right, next topic.
Please. I love you, Dana.
All right, power couples. I'm going to go to Tenley and Kip.
Dave and Natalie. Oh, sorry.
No, that's rich couples.
Oh, I'm going to go to you guys, and I'm going to go to Natalie and Dave on this. You guys went back and forth. You guys know what it's like to play the game. You guys know what it's like to switch, power back and forth, whatever. you guys are watching the show now. Obviously, the tables are going to turn at some point. People that are in alliances now might not be in alliances, a couple weeks from now. What are your thoughts on that?
Go ahead, Natalie. I'll let you talk first.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I broke up a little bit.
Power
Listen, go ahead.
There's a lot of alliances, yada, yada, yada. What do you guys think of that?
Okay, well, this is what I actually think, and I wrote about. I think going into the house, you have your person that you can trust no matter what. Mine was Dave. Tenley's was Kipton and vice versa. And I'm sure Elizabeth and Kovacs, whatever. But I think that if you're smart, you're going to go into the house and you have to trust that one person you have an alliance with. From there, you have to find your friends, which for Dave and I were Tenley and Kipton and Elizabeth and Kovacs. And we're like, we're the solid six. Let's stick with this, each other to the end, at, no matter what cost, and we have to trust each other. So we didn't have these long strategic conversations. We had 5 sentences where we're like, this is what we're going to do. Okay, cool. Now let's go have fun. And we trusted that, and guess what? We all made it to the top, and that's just how it is. So.
Were you going to say we won?
We won! Yeah, you did. We and especially us four, we said us four, final four, and we said that before we even moved into the house, and we did it, which I think it speaks volumes. So this is a relationship, it's a friendship game. It's not about.
Well, ours was different because we didn't know going into what it was.
We had innocent friendships,
and this one they got to watch ours, so they're coming in with mentalities and strategies. But the thing that people have to realize is you can't come in with one set strategy because it's going to change the first night, and you have to be able to adapt and change along with who goes home, along with what contest, who gets a rose. I mean, it literally, and everybody on here will tell you that's been on there, it changes from one competition to, and it'll change 5 times in one rose ceremony of what's going to happen. So to have one strategy, you really is stupid. You have to be open-minded and kind of calm and collective and think about each situation as it comes up.
And why didn't Gia see that for the second time?
Well, that's
why was Gia on here the first time?
Down for that one, actually.
Because Gia wants everybody to get along, and everybody's not going to argue.
She loves the outsiders. She loves the outsiders.
That's the thing is this couple thing is a little bit overrated because last year the whole thing was Kipton's not going to vote for Tenley, Tenley's not going to vote for Kipton, Natalie for Dave, vice versa. Well, she went and made a pact with Weatherman and Wes to definitely not vote for each other. So she had 2 people that way. And Dave's exactly right. This game changes like daily, weekly. Dave played an awesome game. So did you, Natalie. That's why we opted for you guys for the finals, because you just maneuvered the whole way through. So Vienna and Casey and the other couples are going to have to do that. It's going to change. But this time around, they're competing as couples. We didn't do that. Like we didn't even know what we were walking into. The couple thing wasn't a plan. Now they've seen that, so they're kind of going to have to be quick on their feet. But it is a couples game now, so
Well, and Vienna and Casey can't change that. They're a known couple, so they walked in and they embrace it. And I said this in something else, that they use that as their strength. That they decided to say, hey guys, this is how it's going to go. So they gathered other people that could couple up and be strong together. So it is a couples game. It naturally is, because guys, girls.
Speaking of couples, we got to take a question from Twitter here. Sarah Messenger wants to know, did Tenley move in with Kipton?
I moved very close to Kipton, so now I'm down in San Diego.
Nice. Love it.
Yay!
Am I correct? Is Trista on with us right now?
I'm here.
Trista.
Let's see her.
Welcome. She's got to yell. She'll pop up on your screen.
There she is. Ooh, I like those glasses.
Thank you.
We were talking about Jake we were talking about Jake and Rated R before you got on, Trista. What do you think? 30 seconds. What do you think about Jake, and what do you think about Rated R?
Well, Jake, I know that a lot of you have your opinions about Jake, and I haven't heard what you all have said because I was putting the kids to bed. But I really thought it was pretty honorable of him to pull Casey aside, and I know. I'm the grandma of the group and the mom and the family girl. Sorry. So anyway, I thought it was nice, and whether it was a gameplay or whether it was he was trying to, make America love him, or whether he was trying to get Vienna back, I don't know, but I just thought it was nice.
is all I'm gonna say.
Fair enough. On to
As
Justin.
usual.
What did you think of Rigo? What did you think of Justin?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
You know, I'm not necessarily a fan. Still, am not. I don't know how anyone can be. I mean, he's just not a nice person, and I think that he was playing both sides. I mean, obviously, I've never been on the show. I don't know the ins and outs of what happens, but I've been a Big Brother fan since it started, and you know, I've watched that show for a while and know kind of how the strategy runs, and I know this show was started to kind of be a mix of Bachelor and Big Brother and Survivor, and I feel like he was playing both sides, and you just cannot do that from the beginning. You can't. Like, you're going to get voted off immediately. So I think that happened because he was playing both sides, and he did it in a really stupid way. So
I feel like at any second he could like snap into a Slim Jim and.
No, actually that's not true. Like Jesse and Trista, to be honest with you, like he is seriously a really nice guy. I feel bad saying this because he is so nice. I feel like he was kind of a nerd, maybe a little bit.
He's really insecure.
He's really insecure, and I feel like he went in there thinking, I'm going to be rated R the wrestler. I'm going to make this name for myself, and he ended up looking like the biggest idiot, and I hate that because he really is nice.
Dave, really quick, recap to Trista why you said that Jake's whole performance was not real. I want Trista to know
because he could have apologized to her for the past year. He knew how to get a hold of her, obviously. He waited until his right time. I mean, if he was there for the game and he wanted to play the game, he would never give the rose to Vienna. That's just the stupidest play. So all of it is a game. It's just for him to get publicity, to try and win back America's heart, because he knows that he screwed up so bad last time when he let his emotions take over, and the only reason he came back on here was to do that. Now, I said earlier, I give him props for that. That's fine. But don't buy into it like people do. That drives me crazy when people are that ignorant and they're like, oh, well, he's a super nice guy. Look at what he just did. And I just you're supposed to be the wise one here. You're supposed to see through that. And I'm like, come on.
I know. Well,
and I've lived with the guy, so.
But I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I've
but just stop.
And
just
he
don't.
is a nice guy to me. At least he was to me.
Well, of course he's nice to you. What's he going to do? Like, be a dick to you for no reason?
Maybe.
And then Ryan would be like,
dick to Natalie for no reason.
Well, I do have to say, I think that, when he gave Vienna the rose, I tweeted about it, and I was like, what is he doing? It's not like it's going to change Vienna's mind. And he wrote me on Twitter and was like, believe me, I'm not trying to get her back. I'm like, that's not what I meant. I'm not saying that he was trying to get her back. I was just saying that Vienna has clearly made up her mind, and she doesn't want him in the house. Why would you? Why would you want to stay in a house with your ex-fiance that you had such a bad breakup with? That's just normal. But anyway, he wrote me. Huh?
That wears socks pulled up to his knees.
Yeah.
Wes, are you doing a rain dance, man? What are you doing?
Can y'all? I got a little light on me because it's
looks like the fucking Blair Witch Project.
It's like a little ITM setup in the woods.
I'm in the middle of the woods, dude.
It's gorgeous.
All right, Natalie. Natalie, you got a Twitter question.
I do have a Twitter question, Michael. I actually just got a Twitter question. I didn't even realize my camera angle until recently. I swear to you, it said, @Natalie, this is from, it's Jessica Frey. @Natalie Getz, is Michael Stagg really on your couch during the beatdown right now? If so, tell him he is hot. Michael, you're hot. I just had to throw that out there because I thought it was a really cute Twitter question.
Natalie, I love you, but that wasn't a question.
No, the person asked, is that Michael Stagliano on her couch?
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. And they said, tell him he's hot.
Yeah, Michael, you're hot. You're hot, buddy. Oh, my goodness. All right, Dana. If you could do a once-over on the 3 worst dressed people on first week's show, who would it be and why?
Oh, boy. That's easy.
Erica Rose. Erica Rose. I mean, I don't know these people, and I know you guys all sort of like love/hate me, but come on. That was like from the Ice Capades.
Oh, her dress?
That was like a cast off from the Britney Spears Toxic video.
It was the Britney Spears video.
I know nothing about fashion, obviously, but that was just brutal. And the dance she did for the workout thing.
Like, so cute.
God.
Erica's genius TV.
He's such a
genius
sweetheart.
Yes,
No,
Natalie, you
she's
said
a
it.
hoot.
Erica Rose could go on any television show, on any network
And
in
she
North
has.
America, and she would bring ratings.
She's in her third year of
she's
law
done
school,
it.
you guys. This girl is smart. She just
Oh, yeah.
knows how to be funny.
No,
It's great
she's
TV.
not.
Yeah, she's definitely not
Actually,
smart.
really is.
I've hung out with her,
Really is.
and she's not smart at all.
I wish
I
you
hung
would
out with
have.
her sober. She's pretty smart.
You should have come to one of my third year law school classes. You should seen some of the idiots in that class.
It's all that.
Can I tell you my 3 worst dressed?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Justin Rigo, rated nerd, obviously. For obvious reasons, we don't need to revisit. It's awful, and it's making me drink more, which is a problem.
AKA tinfoil shirt, we got it.
Yeah, Ed Hardy. Okay, and then Ella. I love Ella, but she was wearing like the most cheap-looking dress with this like plastic bright blue belt, and it's like you have one shot to show off your style on TV, and you failed, and you're so cute, and I love her, and I want her to win because I love her backstory, but it's like, come on. And then who else did I not like? I don't know.
Didn't somebody wear like a dress that it looked like it was made out of feathers?
Holly's skirt looked
Holly
great,
did.
actually. Her
Maybe-
skirt was from Beat the Mansion wearing it looked great. I
Maybe
love it.
that's fashionable, but to me it looked like something I would sleep on at night. I don't know.
Her legs.
Her legs.
Yeah, her legs.
I definitely sleep on that at night.
It was like a boyfriend off the
Sorry,
shoulder,
Mike.
which was great.
Sorry, Mike.
Oh. Okay, Tristan, I could go.
It's actually Steven. He's like,
Oh, that's Steven, not Michael? Oh, gotcha.
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna do really quick. I'm gonna go through everybody really quick. You get 15 seconds. You get 5 seconds per person. You get to tell me 3 people that you would send home and why. I'm gonna start with Craig. Craig.
Yeah. I'm with you.
3 people if you were on the pad. Why would you send them home, and who would they be?
I mean, the first person I'd send home is rated R for sure, just because I don't like the guy and I wouldn't want to hang out with him for any long period of time. The next 2 people I'd probably send home, who are good friends of mine, are Casey and Vienna, because what I saw last night, and I kind of figured that going in, was that they kind of took control, I felt like, of the entire house last night, and I feel like I would want to get rid of that couple right away. And can I just say something real quick about Erica Rose?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean this to be mean, but what is she on? Like, why does she talk so slow and out of it? Like, every single time she opens her mouth, like, it's just like, it looks like she's like about to start drooling all over the place. Like,
What about Kirk's one-liner?
Too smart.
You have a couple drinks, and you become partners there.
That was good.
Not to be mean.
Oh my goodness. All right, Trista. 3 people. Who would they be? Who would you send home?
God, I wish I could remember everyone. I'm trying to go through everybody. But like I said with Big Brother, I think breaking up couples is huge. And I'm always one to go for the underdog. So I really feel like Casey and Vienna, just for the fact that they came in as a couple. I mean, that would be, if I was on the show, they would have to go. At least one of them. And then anyone else, like I think Ames and Jackie, just the fact that they were smooching on the couch outside,
What was
whatever,
that
in their
about?
show. Yeah, I know, like
The
right
next
away.
morning?
I don't get it. I don't know if they met before the show or something, but that was really, really quick. Anyway,
Well, do you remember like in high school when the dorks would get like girlfriends and boyfriends and they'd kind of be making out in the hallway? I feel like that's kind of the same thing. You remember that?
Dave, do you
That was a long
remember
time
that?
ago.
Yeah,
That was a long time ago for
exactly.
you.
20
Sorry.
years ago.
I was about to say it, but yeah.
My brain is not functioning.
They still had
well,
outhouses and shit. I'm sorry.
Shut up. I did grow up in St. Louis, but no outhouse. So I think that Jackie and Ames too kind of need to be split up just because they're showing their cards.
Fair enough. Wes.
Yeah.
Who would be the 3?
I'm waiting for Bobcat to creep up on my ass.
Oh my God.
Who would be the 3 people that you would eliminate off the show and why?
Well, I'd probably eliminate Jake just for the simple fact that I don't like him. I'd probably eliminate Gia just for the simple fact that why does she go on there again? I mean, she's playing up the deal that I broke her heart, which we were never boyfriend and girlfriend, ever. And if I slept with somebody else, who cares? I'm 35 years old. If I wanted to have a three-way with Roseanne Barr and Rosie O'Donnell, goddammit, I can do that.
Which you did.
So there's nobody's
Been there, done that.
with, right? So, I didn't go back on the show for the drama, and they asked me to do it to get entangled with that bullshit. So I think she should go home, and Jake should go home, and I don't know any other people. I don't really care.
Natalie, who would you send home?
Jake, because I want to have fun, and I feel like I can't have fun with someone who's so goody-goody around. I feel like I'm being judged. Justin, rated R, because he was trying to swing both ways, which unfortunately Juan tried to do. And Allie, because she's someone who's so easily persuaded that if you drag her in the insiders and you think you have her word, she's going to quickly go the outsiders. I'll tell you why I wouldn't vote Vienna and Casey off, because they're a strong couple to partner up with. You can trust them. Michael and Holly, wouldn't vote them off. You need to partner up with them. You need to take those core six to the top. You don't vote off the strong couples, you take them and use them to your advantage.
It's true.
Fair enough. Juan, what do you think, buddy? Even though you got sent home on night one, we still love you. Who would you send home?
I think you're taking it the wrong way. I don't know who I'd send home, but I know who I'd want to keep. And since I'm not in the money, I'd hate to tune in and not see Michael and Holly or Vienna and Casey and Jake. I mean, they make the show. I mean, who am I going to watch? Am I going to watch Graham and Kirk and William all day? No. I want to tune in and see, the Casey, Vienna, Jake, Holly, Michael show.
No. I mean, that's good television, but at the same time, all these other people probably have great personalities. You just don't get to see them because the focus is on all the other drama. Yeah.
Tenley and Kip, who would you guys get rid of?
I would get rid of Gia, one, just because she's not really, she keeps following the same game plan she tried last year. It's just not going to work out for her. Who?
Rated R for sure. Anybody who says you're going to do one thing, looks at you, shakes your hand, and does something else. No trust, you're gone. And then...
I was thinking Jake because, I mean, he came on just like I think it was Marissa that said it. He came on and did what he was going to do. So now if he's not there for the money, he can go.
Right. Fair enough. Nikki.
It's too early. It's that whole show. I mean, how do you do 3 hours about Casey and Vienna and Jake? I don't even know. That's the most simple question in the world. Who would you vote out? 3 people. And I can't because they didn't get any airtime. I don't know anything else except for this backstory.
For everybody who'd been emailing us here saying, why don't you talk about more people in your blogs and on the Beatdown? A, there's not enough time to talk about everyone. And B, we got, 5 more weeks of this? We will talk about everyone, I promise. With that being said, Dave, who would you get rid of?
I would probably keep Jake, Vienna, and Casey because they're going to draw a lot of attention to themselves and off of me. And in this show, you kind of want to lay low for a while, kind of float around and not be on the chopping block. And they're going to take a lot of that attention. So I would probably send home Rated R and Allie because, like you said, you couldn't trust them. And if you can't trust somebody, you don't want them there. And then Gia, just because the fact that she's still doing the same thing she did last year, I hate watching it. Tinley was right. It's brutal.
Fair enough. Nick, you were on last season. Who would you get rid of?
I'm not one for fake, and Jake just screams it. He's got to go. It would be a toss-up between Vienna and Gia, honestly. One, because I like people that play fair, and I don't think Vienna's playing fair at all. She's manipulating Case to the extreme. At the same time with Gia, it's like, as much as she and I are on the good fence now, Karma's a bitch. I mean, the situation that she created on our season is the exact same thing that she was put into. So to be the deciding vote of keeping your word or going with your gut instinct of what's morally right. So that's another play. And then getting rid of Justin. You can't trust him whatsoever. So the fact that he played the fence and spoke into one person's ear, turned their back, and said another to another person, creating these alliances that he didn't think people would find out about. I mean, you're seeing a lot of repeated things, so you think people would learn from what we all experience, and clearly they haven't. I mean, they're all about promoting themselves and their egos, so I say get rid of the egos, get rid of the fakes, and keep the real challengers that will boost you, like the mentality that Dave and Natalie had. Just keep the people that'll be good for you, but get rid of the crap.
Juan, is that your cleaning lady in the background?
But you appreciate me, right?
Right. Yeah, like you're the no, but like it was true. Like if you've got strengths and use them, and people that are around you, then keep them around. But I'd say get rid of all the BS that isn't really worth it.
I have to give an award to Juan for having his cleaning lady on the Beatdown with us. Wow. Unbelievable. Dana, who would you get rid of and why?
I'm getting rid of Vienna, and I'm getting rid of Erica, and I'm getting rid of, I gotta think about the third one, because I'm never gonna borrow their clothes, and that's the only thing I care about. As long as I can keep Michelle and Gia and Jackie for a couple more weeks, they're great dressers, and
Jackie,
I'm not gonna win the money. You guys have no idea who I am, so I'm all about the clothes.
I love her.
Marissa, who would you get rid of?
Justin, Gia, and Melissa.
I forgot about her.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Dave was saying. You gotta lay low.
Yeah, that's true.
Gotta lay low.
But some people self-explode though. Like, why Melissa? I feel like she'll kind of do it to herself. I think she's a really nice girl. But like, I feel like she'll eliminate herself. Like, I'm wondering why Marissa says Melissa.
Because I can't deal with her.
Oh, you can't. Okay, kind of like me with Jake.
I was on the show with her, and I couldn't.
So not
with her,
strategically,
so it
just because.
Because I would just want her out, so that way I wouldn't self-implode.
Okay.
So
I thought strategically. I was like, wait, what did I miss?
No, so I could keep some level of sanity while I was in the place, not for any other reason, but just because there's certain people that you can't live with, and that's one of them.
She was one of them.
Yeah. Poor thing she text messaged me and she was like, my outfits are so bad the next 2 episodes. Be nice to me on the Beatdown because I saved my best dresses for the first night and they barely showed me. I'm like, oh.
But she's listening to me too.
Here's the thing, sorry, it's gonna happen.
Well, before Wes gets eaten by bobcats, we're gonna call it an evening. We had 3 hours of TV. We knocked it into an hour. Until next week, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Beatdown.
See you tomorrow, brother.
See you guys.
Dave, I missed you.